Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tuesday, April 9th. This is the entire Major League Baseball card. I'm going to give you guys my best bets. We're going to look into each and every game, all the pitching matchups, and I'll get you guys on your way with exactly what's going down tonight within the Major League ranks. Okay, so let's get down into it. And guys, make sure you all subscribe down below. Smash that like button as well. And please let me know what you guys will be betting in this evening and afternoon contest, okay? But big thing here we got going on the channel here. Make sure you guys, if you have not already done so, if you cash a big ticket, make sure you sign up for the channel memberships. Also, we will be having the Patreon Discord going live this week here on the channel. So a lot of exciting stuff coming about in recent times, but I appreciate you guys rocking with me, and it finally happened, okay? We put up a skunk. We put up a skunk on the board. Got swept across the board. It was a horrible night outside of cashing a bunch of tickets within the college basketball national championship game. But this is one where we look into exactly what happened in the major leagues. Yesterday, the Braves, stunning defeat against the Mets, giving up 9 runs. That was an L. Zach Gallen, horrible outing against the Colorado Rockies. And the only one that we had basically going for us was the leg within the Indians game where they won their home opener 4-0, okay? So, also, I do want to tell you guys, it's very important, make sure within your sports books, make sure you guys all check in to if a pitcher is active, okay? Because Framber Valdez missed his start with some soreness, and that is something where completely screwed up the handicap within the Astros game. And as you can see, that was something where you look, I think it was like 10-5. The Rangers won in that contest. I might be mistaken on those actual numbers, but I turned it off once Valdez was out, and I made that bet for a nrfi within that game as well as the under 9.5. And then once I got the news within Valdez missing his start, I knew all bets were off, so it was kind of an unfortunate circumstance. So make sure you do that. So if you do have a pitcher end up being a late scratch, such as this case, it kind of blows the whole handicap. So it was really an invalid bet. So, but I still had that one bet within the nrfi. Unfortunately, that one lost. But I did have no action within the under 9.5 because I did it dependent on if the pitcher basically played for both starters. Because having an under 9.5 with those two clubs, that's exactly what you need to have happen, have their two strongest arms facing within those two lineups. So nonetheless, we're back at it again. I'm going to give you guys my 4 best bets, also a Moneyline Parlay that we're going to put together. So going to get it all back. Got a little plus value going too as well. So let's stick around to the end of this video. Like I said, make sure you all subscribe down below, and let's get down into it, okay? This is a very exciting card. A lot of great matchups, a lot of great edges I see within these games, and I'm going to give you guys each and every one of the games broken down right here in this video. But let's get down into it, okay? And we're going to be using a different little screen here for this video, okay? Had a little technical difficulties on my end, so we're going to be using just the MLB's website to give you guys what's going on. So the first game on the card is the Tigers-Pirates. You have Casey Mize going to Martin Perez. Two of the fastest and most fascinating stories. Tigers have been faltering a little bit, 6-4 on the season. But I do like the Pirates, man. 9-2 on the year. Wow. Just tip your cap to them. Perez, solid in his first outing. This is one where I will tell you guys I do lend towards taking the lefty. We will be going with the Pirates as a lean, okay? But no official play in this. This will not make my card. The next one, Boston's home opener, right? This one will be at Fenway Park. Brian Bello going against the recently acquired Corbin Burnes for the Baltimore Orioles. I do love Burnes in this matchup. Bello, great young arm, but something within what we see from the Baltimore's lineup, it's one where I definitely favor the Orioles in this matchup. All right, and this is something where we're seeing Corbin Burnes basically not just having a hot start, but it's something where he's going to do his job, right? He's going to get his pull his weight, and it's more so a fade against Bello. He gives up the long ball. That's simply put. It's something where I look into a little bit of an ERA, and I think at this value, if you can find the money line, anything below minus 150, that is some good value in taking the Orioles on the road. So that's where I'll be looking to lock in the minus 142 I was able to find out there for the for the Baltimore Orioles. Next game out, Logan Allen, Michael Soroka. I do lend towards Logan Allen in this matchup. I actually kind of really favor it as well. This is something where Luis Robert, I think, is supposed to miss this game for the White Sox. And 1-9 on the season, definitely something where I'm not going to be on board betting the likes of the Chicago White Sox for quite some time. And if we look at the actual number, I'll just pull up what we're looking at within in terms of odds. And within the MLB ranks, you can see that the Indians you can find at a minus 210 money line and a minus 1.5 run line, minus 102. Something where I'm just not looking to get behind it. Okay, I think it's kind of just odds on, and I want to stay away. It's kind of a regression play for me too. The guards are 8-2 on the season. Eventually, that's going to come to an end. But against a 1-9 reeling White Sox ball club, I do not see it happening tonight. Just not going to make my card in this contest. Okay, Brewers, Reds, Joe Ross, Frankie Montas, no play in this game as well. This is one where this season series I feel like is going to be pretty much split right down the middle, and that's pretty much evident based on these two clubs after their start for the season, 6-3, 6-4 respectively. So this will be a no play for me. Okay, Mariners, Blue Jays. Okay, George Kirby going against Chris Bassett. We can look at this game as another coin flip, minus 106, minus 110 out there in the market on the money lines. No clear indication for me one way or another. I would lend towards taking the Blue Jays, but it's still not a pitcher that I want to back. 0-2 on the season, 7.71 ERA, going against a Mariners team that's looking forward to breaking out eventually. So this will not make the card either, so this will be no play. Okay. Next, Carlos Rondon going against AJ Puck. The Marlins, the worst record in baseball, 1-10 on the season. Okay, the Yankees, this seems to be having their bats wake up. 9-2. Looks like all that money they spent ended up paying off in the long run. And now we look for the Yanks to get the job done again at home. And this is pretty much evident with what we're seeing out there in the market, where you can find the Yankees. In terms of odds are minus 190, which is actually kind of shocking to me. Pretty much shocking that the Yankees are a shorter price than what we're seeing within the Cleveland Indians going against the White Sox. But that's one where you could get on board. The Yankees are a great leg possibly to put into a Moneyline Parlay as well. AJ Puck, not looking forward to a good outing out of that, and I do see some runs in this contest. So I would lean towards the over. Just need Miami to scratch a few over, but the over 8 is kind of juicy there at a price of minus 115, so I probably would lend towards taking the over in that matchup. Okay, next game on the card, the Mets and Braves. This is one where Reynaldo Lopez is going against Adrian Hauser. Mets 4-6, quietly sneaking back into the rankings after that disappointing start to the season. 7:20 first pitch we have going down in Atlanta. Atlanta off of a late loss, right? Like I said, 9-8, a little late game heroics, but still not able to get the job done on the money line. Full disclosure, I did make a little bet around 6 p.m. last night where I took the Atlanta Braves on the money line within taking UConn, so I kind of just kept doubling down on UConn throughout the evening. So it paid off in most cases, so it was a very positive night within the college basketball slate, but don't be like me, guys. Do not moneyline parlay cross sports more so than you need to. It is a bad habit, but that's what Miller Lite will do to you. So cheers. And let's get into the next game. The Houston Astros playing the Kansas City Royals. I find some extreme value in this matchup. Javier, great pitcher by all accounts, and Cole Reagans is the ace for the Kansas City Royals, which, despite having a 6-4 record, you would think that Houston would run away with this game. Well, this is one where Houston's kind of in a little bit of a fog, I think is the way I'm going to describe it. But I do look, and I will lock in the Kansas City Royals. I'm going to go for it. We're going to go with that plus 108 price out there, taking the Royals on the money line. This is one where the Royals at home, the Astros, it is what it is, but I think Cole Reagans can get it done against this ball club, and I'm going to be taking the Kansas City Royals, kind of being a little surprise team out there in the major leagues. We're going to be taking them with the price of plus 108 on the money line, okay, and that will be my second official play. All right, next one. Phillies and Cardinals. Sonny Gray, Zach Wheeler, probably the best pitching matchup overall on the evening. 7:45. This one's actually going down. Might be on national television. I'm not sure on that. Don't quote me. But this is a game that I'm probably going to watch just from a fandom perspective, where I want to see Sonny Gray, how they do. But both of these clubs basically 500 on the season, and we're going to look into their actual records, and you can see why it's unfortunate though that the Phillies, by all accounts, Zach Wheeler, one of the best pitchers in baseball. 0.75 ERA. Love strikeouts within Zach Wheeler in terms of betting his props. And this is one where we're going to see him go on the road as a minus 126 money line favorite. That would be my lean and indication in this game as they get the job done against the St. Louis Cardinals, but no official play. Okay, Tyler Glasnow and Louis Varland. Okay, this is an interesting one. Okay. This is interesting because Glasnow 2-0 on the season, compliments of the Los Angeles Dodgers bats, 3.18 ERA, 15 Ks. It's something after coming off that injury within the Rays. It's going to be very interesting to see how long they let that leash go as we get early on in the season and as the season unfolds. Okay, but I do lean. Obviously it's tough to bet against the Dodgers in any game. The Twins, kind of a decent success story to start the season off, but one where I just don't want to get in bed laying that minus 186. It's too big of a number, and Louis Varland, obviously not the better pitcher in this matchup, but the Dodgers on the road, anything's possible. So I do lend towards taking the Dodgers. I actually like them. I'm a big Glasnow fan, but it's just something this early. I want to see how his arm holds up this early on. So no play in this game as well. And then the next two games on the card, these will be official plays, okay? And we're going to go back to it in terms of the run line. All right, so Nathan Eovaldi, outstanding pitcher on the season. Alex Wood brushing up on a 10 ERA. So in that regard, the Athletics are going to be definitely one of those fade teams that we have within major leagues, and this is no different. So we are going to be taking and locking in. I was able to take a price of minus 1.5 on the run line at a minus 111. That's what the number out there was. I was able to obtain for the Texas Rangers. 6-4 on the season at home. The bats are alive. I think that the Rangers get this one done with margin, so lock that one as an official play. And then a little bit of a zigzag, right? Diamondbacks, unfortunately, losing against the Rockies on the road. This is one where I look for them to get right. 4-7 on the season after playing in the World Series last year and then starting off like this. A little bit of a second year slump for a lot of these young guns on the Diamondbacks. But Merrill Kelly on the bump, 1.98 ERA. Outstanding pitcher going against Cal Quantrill. Has had his struggles, right? 9 ERA. Not a strikeout pitcher by any accounts. Rockies 3-8. And unfortunately, this game feels too lopsided, but the records make it look a little closer than it actually is. So we're going to be taking the Diamondbacks on the run line as my fourth official play. That's where we're going to get them at a price of minus 120 in this contest. Okay. And then also my fifth and final official play, which will be that two-team Moneyline Parlay. We are going to be putting together the Diamondbacks and Rangers together on the money line for a plus price of plus 122, which I see some value in. Possibly we get the run lines come home, we hit the Moneyline Parlay, get a little 3-game sweep, and that's how you can stack some units very, very nicely. Okay, but that's a little bit more of an aggressive move for me based on my situation, but that is what I'll be betting in tonight's games. Okay, Tampa Bay and the Angels, Patrick Sandoval, Aaron Savali. Savali, one of my favorite pitchers in the big leagues. Unfortunately, we lost him out there in Cleveland, but Sandoval, 6.14 ERA. The Rays do obviously have to be the road favorite. Minus 126 is what you currently can find them at. I do like the Rays with Savali pitching, but this will be a no play for me as well. Hosea Gray, Kyle Harrison. This was a shocking game last night where we saw, I think the Nationals ended up winning like 9-1 or 10-1 against the Giants. This is one where I was kind of watching it on the back burner during the college basketball game last night. And I was kind of shocked, ended up turning it off. But when we look at Josiah Gray, 0-2, 14-plus ERA, the San Francisco Giants, they need to wake up a little bit. 4-7, I would lean towards taking Harrison, get the better pitcher at home. The Giants definitely have a little bit of a home field advantage in my perspective from being, the East goes West kind of feel. Love their ballpark, by the way, but I would lean towards taking the Giants, but no official play for me in that one. And then the final game on the card, the 6-4 Cubbies going against the 6-7 Padres. This is a great pitching matchup if you are on board with Joe Musgrove. Looking to get right. Couple rocky starts where we saw him getting a 6.28 ERA. Going against Ben Brown with 11-plus ERA. This one's going to be a juicy one. I don't think in terms of value. You can look for that minus 158 home price within the San Diego Padres, possibly even the run line minus 1.5 plus 134. The only thing that scares me in this one is the Cubs bats are alive. So despite having Ben Brown with that 11 plus ERA. I do not want to get involved with this game, so this will be a no play as well. Okay, so that's what I got going on for you guys in this video. Just a quick recap. These are my official plays. If you guys want to see them, I'll leave them up on the board so you guys can review them. And also, make sure you guys sign up for channel memberships. They are now live. We're going to be getting the Patreon/Discord up and running this week, like I said earlier in this video. I thank you guys for all being part of the team here at the Better Mark. We are eclipsing that 2,000 subscriber threshold, so it really does matter. Each and every one of you guys that have subscribed to this channel, truly appreciate you all. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you all do so before exiting and leaving this video. But I want to thank you guys once more for watching, and good luck on all your picks. Let's go cash some tickets, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.